Welcome back to the Sustainable Solar Podcast. I'm your host, Idris Alaka, and we actually have a special segment for all of the viewers out there. The special segment is actually going to be with Antonio Crespi as he breaks down the benefits of how homeowners could actually go solar, but also take advantage of the solar credits, how they can qualify for them, how some people may not, and all of the specifics, basically all the details that you need to know so you can take advantage from the solar credit standpoint and maximize on your returns. I can't wait to see that information.
My name is Antonio Crespi, CEO of Crespi Tax Group, LLC. I'm here to show you and dive a little bit deeper into the solar panel credit for your taxes. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to dive into different scenarios on how you can take advantage of the solar panel credit and what it'll do to your refund. Awesome. So as you can see here, this is the actual tax software that we use to file taxes for all of our clients, whether it's business clients, that's partnerships, S Corps, C Corps, LLCs, or it's just individual tax returns, whether you're individual, whether you are married, filing jointly, married, filing separately, or widowed. So just to kind of show you and break down a little bit, I've created this dummy tax file. This isn't anybody's personal information. We just gone in here and kind of populated a dummy file for you guys to show you. So just to kind of show you the basic stuff, right? Here's the information worksheet. It just has all the general information for the client. As you can see, John Doe here, he's an account manager. We have my email here, customer service at crespitaxgroup.com, a made up address. Now, this is important. So our first scenario that we're going to use is we're going to be having have this person file single. So single means that they are not currently married. They may be with somebody. Obviously, it doesn't mean that they're not in a relationship with someone, but they are filing single for the year. This person is filing single. They are based out of New York as well. And then I created also a dummy W-2 that you would receive, just like anyone would receive at the end of the year who is working for an employer, a W-2 worksheet where they received $50,000 in income for the year. Now, this is super important because the thresholds of the income are going to determine the amount that you receive on the solar panel credit as well. So with making $50,000 a year, you should be paying about $5,000 in federal taxes. That's about 10%. And then Social Security taxes withheld and Medicare taxes withheld as well. Now, this is just on the federal side. This does not include the state side. So just to kind of show you how it looks, this is the summary of this person, John Doe. Like I said, they're filing single for the year, so they are going to get a standard deduction of $12,550. So the taxable income that they're getting taxed on is $37,000. Now, with no solar panel credit, nothing else included, they are going to be receiving $702 as a federal refund at the end of the year. Now, let's go ahead and enter in the solar panel credit, and let's see if it changes anything for their refund. So what I would do is I would come in here, I would type in the solar panel credit, which is the 5695 form for residential energy credits. Now, as I scroll down, it's going to be one important right here, amount you paid for qualified solar electric property. So obviously property being the solar panels, so solar electric property. This is where, let's just say we did $40,000 for the year, and that's how much it costs for the entire procedure, I guess, or implementation or installation of the solar panels. So let's say we input that number here, $40,000, and let's see if it did anything to the refund. So now a little bit things have changed. So we had $50,000 of income, like I mentioned in the beginning. We're still filing single, so that standard deduction is going to be $12,550. We are going to be taxed, the taxable income. So they're only going to be taxed at $37,450, like I mentioned in the beginning. However, because of the $40,000 and because of the solar panel credit, that original dollar amount, I believe, was $703 for a refund. They are going to be receiving back $5,000 in a federal refund for the year now. You can see how that number jumped dramatically. Now, this, again, is going to only be for people who have completely bought out their solar panels, so they paid for the entire 40,000, or for people who financed it. Leasing, this does not include the people who are leasing their solar panels. So those are the two options that you have to take advantage of this specific credit in this specific case. Now, I'm going to change some things around just because obviously not everyone is single and not everyone is going to be able to take advantage of this specific scenario. So just to kind of dive into and just to show you a couple things that'll change the amount that you are receiving in a refund. So if we come over back to the information worksheet, like I mentioned before, the way that you are filing is super important. So let's just say we were filing, married filing jointly. All right. And we would come in, and now I'm going to leave these errors in here. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. Let's do Jane. Let's do just a couple of fake social security number. And let's say 1990. Cool. Now I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get rid of this error as well. And I'm gonna go back to that 5695 form. Now, the amount that they paid in Maryland filing jointly now is the same. Okay, nothing has changed. However, a couple of things have changed on the tax summary side of things. So as you can see, the income that they have, right, is just the husband working, let's just say, and they're making $50,000 jointly. The standard deduction that they're receiving now, because they're filing jointly, again, married filing jointly, is $25,100 as opposed to that $12,550 standard deduction that they receive, that one person would receive as filing single. As you can see, we had a $5,000 refund before. Now that jumps to $6,400 again on the $40,000 that they paid in solar panel credits. So the refund that they're going to be receiving is $6,400. So you can see how this is super beneficial if people are filing married, filing jointly, and they are filing and they are claiming the solar panel credit, and how they can get a lot of that money back that they're already putting out. Now, one other thing that is super important as well is the income that you have coming in. So I'm going to make this person single again. And as you can see, the refund is going to go back to $5,000. I'm going to remove the wife, Jane. And we're going to go back to that 5695. Actually, I'm sorry. We're going to go back to the W-2. So let's talk about the actual income that they have coming in. So let's just say this person jumps to $75,000 for the year. All righty. And they are paying taxes. They should pay about $8,500 in taxes. They should pay about cool. Awesome. Now, as you can see, the income for the what this person, and this is someone filing single again. As you can see, I changed the filing status in the software back to single. And what I did was I updated the wages, the money that they have coming in. So they made $75,000 for the year, but they paid taxes $8,500 for the year in federal taxes, Social Security taxes, and then Medicare as well. So we're going to go back to that 5695 form. Again, the same thing. And we're not changing the actual numbers that you're paying on the solar panels, but we're only just changing the situation that the person is filing. So this is a single person, again, making $75,000 a year. They paid $40,000, or they're financing $40,000 in solar panels that year. As you can see, the standard deduction, it goes back to that $12,550 like the beginning. However, because the income went up, so did the refund, right? The higher the threshold that you have, the more credit that you're going to be able to qualify for. Again, this is on the federal side. So now, instead of that $5,000 original refund that they were going to receive, they're going to be receiving now $8,500. That's a $3,500 increase in a refund that's coming back into your pocket. So as you can see, again, there's huge benefits to filing, to claiming the solar panel credit, and you're going to be getting a lot of that money back in your refund when you go to file. So we're going to try one more scenario for you, and I'm just going to go ahead and make that married filing jointly again, and we're going to increase the income, and let's see what it does. So if we go back, we're back on the information worksheet and we go to married filing jointly. Again, this is going to input Jane. We're going to enter in our fake social security number, NA 0101 1990. Let's see. Cool. We'll come here. We're not worrying about this. Again, the income we're not changing. They made $75,000. Well, the husband did. John Doe made 75,000. Jane is not working. We go to the 5695 form. Again, we're not changing anything on this form, right? It's $40,000 that they're paying. Let's see what it did to their refund. Now, because of they're filing jointly, again, they get a bigger standard deduction. So instead of that $12,550 dollar amount, it jumps to $25,100. The total refund now, it jumped to $9,900. Again, we're not changing much, right? We're changing certain little things, whether it's the filing status, whether it's the income that you have coming in. We're not changing the amount that are being paid on solar panels, and they're receiving almost $10,000 in a refund back into their pocket. As you can see, this is just certain scenarios, right? And there are going to be other scenarios that majority of people might be in. Everyone is different. However, depending on your scenario is going to show what that benefit is going to be to you. The worst case scenario that we went through in this case was they were receiving $5,000 in a refund back on $40,000 that they are financing or that they paid for solar panels. So you will always receive a large amount of money back into your pocket when you're coming up with this, and paying for solar panels. So it's super beneficial to do it from a tax perspective so that you can get that money back. Really quickly, just to kind of break down some numbers for you for the last time. In 2022, which we're in now, the benefit on the federal side, you're going to be receiving 26%, and this is the max amount, 26% of your costs that you paid to solar panels, you'll receive back in a solar panel credit at the end of the year. So that is something that is just to be mindful of. As you can see how we manipulated the numbers here in this video, it can change thousands of dollars in your refund that you'll get back into your pocket. So it's just something to think about, right? You don't necessarily have to go forward, and I never want to pressure any of my clients to move forward with the solar panels if they can't financially handle it. I understand that there's ways, financing and leasing, that you can take advantage of solar panels as well. But if you do happen to go down that route and maybe you're thinking about it going this year, it might be beneficial because it might be cause for thousands of dollars that are going to go back into your pocket at the end of the year. So it's just something to think about. Again, my name is Antonio Crespi. I'm the CEO of Crespi Tax Group. You can find us at Crespi Tax Group on Instagram. You can also head over to www.crespitaxgroup.com. If you have any questions, we offer free consultations. So we're happy to help anybody who needs it. All right. Everyone have a good one.